Shri was an ordinary boy who loved cricket and adored his grandmother's parathas. One day, he found an old pocket watch in his grandfather's attic. When Shri picked it up, warmth spread through his palm, and he almost heard a whisper, "Time is yours." That night, Shri twisted the crown of the watch before bed. Wind rushed in his ears, and his room blurred. When he opened his eyes, he was standing in a busy street. The air smelt different. People wore clothes from old photographs, long skirts, waistcoats, bowler hats. Shri realized he had traveled back in time. Shri found a newspaper and read the date, April 12th, 1912. He had traveled over 100 years into the past. He roamed the streets of city, marveling at the bustling bazaars. But as wonder faded, he began to worry about how to get home. Shri twisted the crown again, and when the world stopped blurring, he was back in his bedroom. Relief washed over him, but he felt a new yearning. Shri experimented with the watch. He watched his younger self learning to ride a bicycle. He also visited his grandparents in their younger days. Shri cheekily visited 1983 to watch India win the Cricket World Cup. But one journey took Shri to the deck of the Titanic. He was awestruck by the ship's size and beauty, but his heart grew heavy knowing its fate. Shri desperately wanted to warn the passengers, to change history and save the ship. He wanted to help, but a voice reminded him, time is not to be altered, only understood. Shri twisted the crown and returned home, shaken. From that day, Shri approached time travel with respect. He understood the past was fragile. His presence, like a pebble dropped in a pond, capable of causing ripples. He used the watch sparingly, traveling only to witness moments that shaped the world. One evening, Shri's grandmother caught him staring at the watch. "That watch belonged to your great-grandfather," she said. "He always said it held the memories of those who came before us." She smiled. "I think he meant for you to have it." Shri hesitated. "Did he ever tell you about time travel?" His grandmother laughed. "He spoke of moments lost and found, of remembering where we come from. Time travel?" She shrugged. "Perhaps in his own way, he did." Shri smiled. He realized the watch wasn't just a tool. It was a reminder of the connections binding him to his family, to history. It was a way to understand the sacrifices and joys that brought him to this moment. One day, Shri took one last journey to a quiet day of his great-grandfather's youth. He found himself in a small village, watching a young man sketching under a banyan tree. The young man looked up and smiled. "You have the watch, don't you?" he asked. Shri nodded, overwhelmed. "Take care of it," his great-grandfather said. "Remember, time isn't just about moving forward or backward, it's about being present." Shri twisted the crown one last time and returned home. He looked at the watch and smiled. The past had given him its lessons, and now it was time to live in the present, to create moments worth remembering. Shri tucked the watch away with a silent promise. One day, when the time was right, he would pass it on with the stories, the memories, and the understanding that time was to be cherished.